that you're doing when you introduce them to the opportunity, so you duplicate yourself in the proper manner, having people become system dependent, not people dependent. And then at the same time, you become the leader by being the role model of what it is that you want others to do. Because if everybody else does exactly what you do every day, what would your organization look like in a few short months? What would it look like, oh my gosh, at the end of a year? And I tell everybody with the entrepreneurial mindset, just think in terms of giving out an effort consistently over the course of 1 year, and at the end of 1 year, you'll be in a completely different place. Now, I'm going to suggest that we all start leading with the product. Too many people are calling up people and saying, hey, listen, why don't you come join my network? And they're pushing an opportunity at somebody before they have a real appreciation for what the product is. And if we lead with the product, and lead with the product asking questions, he who asks the questions controls the conversation. And you want to find out what their current situation is. When I say their current situation, what is their current situation when it comes to the information that they have on their computer, what value they perceive in that information, and how that information is currently backed up. I think if you ask people questions, you're going to find out that far and away the majority of people do not have the information backed up on their computer. And yet far and away, everybody you talk to is going to have something of real value that's on their computer. Something there that really, really means something to them. Whether it's lists of people, phone numbers, addresses, their tax information, business data, pictures of family and friends, you know, children growing up, wedding pictures. You know, every other day, my wife is downloading or uploading from our iPhone all the photographs of our daughter, and we're taking pictures all the time and cherishing every single minute of her evolving as a human being. And if I were to lose all of that off of the smartphone, if it were stolen, if I lost that information off my computer, it crashed, I'd be just devastated. I know that one of our great leaders, Dan Sylvester, used to be a fireman, and he told me the other day that, you know, when he, you know, to be at a scene of a fire and ask people, you know, if they're okay, and they completely lost everything, but are you okay? And the only thing that people really talk about that they lost were the memories that they cherished that were really important to them, near and dear. So if you ask questions, you find out what their current situation is, about what they think is valuable on their computer and how it's backed up. Because if you know what they have on their computer and that they see there's a real value there, and you see how they have it backed up, you're going to find out that a lot of them have one of those, you know, a second hard drive, or they have one of those memory sticks. And you're going to find, they're going to find to their dismay that, you know, a backup second hard drive or a memory stick is really no more security for them and their information than the computer itself. I mean, you can have those, they can crash the other hard drive. You can lose a memory stick, or you can do like our friend Wade Jackson did, was, you know, he had the cleanest memory stick in the world. He put it through his washer and the dryer, and it was clean, but there wasn't anything left on it. And, you know, it was gone. All the information was gone. So then we have the opportunity to introduce our solution. I think if you think about leading with the product, asking questions, finding out their current situation, finding out what's wrong with their current situation because they have a need there to back it up, and then being able to offer a solution makes a whole lot more sense than to run after somebody with a solution before you've ever had them determine that they even have a need. One of the other things, since I've been working here with CloudZow, that I've discovered, it's crazy, but almost every single person that's got backup in the cloud, almost every single one of them had their computer crash with no backup, and then many of them had a backup system that crashed, or like in the case of Wade Jackson, you know, they lost the information from a memory stick. So how can you set the tone for asking questions? Well, you know, to me, it's like whatever their current situation is, they got to feel the potential of some pain. I don't think you can ask anybody, have you ever lost your keys? You know, you ever lost your car keys? You ever lost the keys to your home? You know, remember how that was? Was that painful? And if they lost a Mercedes or a BMW key, I want you to know it's probably about $800 to replace it. But you can always replace the key, but it just takes a day or two to get it